Okay guys, last video here, well, video before we pick the body up. We got the back all ready. Everything's ready. Can't really see much. But before we raise the body off, I wanted to check the fan clutch. Last thing, you know, just about a $400 part. So figured while it is running, let's go ahead and diag it. I do have RPMs are at 650. And we got 830. I got the fan commanded to 96% right here. We got 830. So when I hammer on that, I'm going to hammer on it here right now. That FSS, that fan speed sensor, should go. It should go to 2,000, 2,200 RPMs because I got the fan pretty much locked. So if it does not follow RPMs and stay about, let me go in here. If it doesn't stay about 200 over RPMs, we know that fan is slipping. So here we go. I'm gonna show RPMs. Oh, it's working. $16,000, 2,000. Okay. It was slipping a little bit before, but it appears to be locked in. Everything appears to be good with it, so. Oh yeah, it's working good now. It's locked in. It took a little while before it would lock. That's what concerned me. That's why I grabbed my phone, because it was only maxing out at about 1,200 here about 30 seconds ago. So, but now we're showing it locked in, so I'll leave that up to you guys. Yeah, you can hear it. You can hear it running. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick that off and let it unlock. Then, yeah, other than that, we're ready. We got a list here going. Okay, let you kind of go through it. Rear tumbler, there's a couple of handles on the back seat. Weather stripping on the driver's seat. There's a couple on the driver's side door. Steering wheel, climate control, that would be really nice. A lot of it, most Excursions came with climate control and audio functions on the steering wheel, since you have climate control, which all Excursions do. Well, all the ones I've seen. But you do not have them. You just have cruise control here. So that is definitely an upgrade option to, I put steering wheel, climate control right there. Possible dash conversion, go to 05 dash. I have a dash back in the back. Let's see. There's a knob missing off the driver's seat. The 12 volt outlet on the back of the center console is not working. We got 1/3 brake light out. We need a battery cable because that one's just a mess. Get an 05 engine harness to move the EBP sensor. And Fickum harness, I mean, it's 200 bucks. And there's been a lot of problems from Fickum harnesses. We'll see how it looks. If it looks really good, then fine, we don't need to, but gonna need a Fickum, degas all the hoses. Possible glow plug control module if you want it. I mean, they're working. I mean, it's working. You know, it looks like that is this module right here. That module right there. And you kind of tell by, I mean, as crazy as it sounds, I mean, they work until they don't, you know, just like any other part in the world. But, you know, I think it's like 160, 170 bucks or something like that. The Charge Air Cooler, at least, well, no, I think you've got all that stuff for the banks. I put Charge Air Cooler boot, radiator. We're gonna need a high pressure oil pump because we're going to late model. We're gonna put an 05 pump in it. So for that, we're gonna need a high pressure pump, which that might be a problem. You know, I mean, do we go with a Ford one? If we go with a Ford one, I think it's like $160 core charge on it. Maybe I can get a salvage yard one. You know, I mean, they never go bad, but I don't know which way you want to go with that. If you want to go with the salvage yard one and put it in, or just pay the core from Ford. We're going to need the branch tube. We're going to need the branch tube to for the plumbing, for the high pressure oil pump. The cover over the high pressure oil pump. We're missing we need all that. That's all for the upgrade to go to the late model pump, because this one has an extreme long crank right now, which possibly the pump is on its way out. Would not doubt it. High side AC cap, the MAP hose. The MAP hose is not factory, so we're gonna wanna put a factory one on it. That is that little hose right there. It's just, somebody just added the hose on. The wiper motor sounds horrible. Bad. I got it in another video, you could hear it. We're gonna put an alternator on it. I know you mentioned wanting to replace that insulation, which, I mean, yeah, I mean, we can. You know, it's, if you notice on the newer trucks, they do not have them on there. Down there in Florida, I mean, that's the whole reason for that is sound, absolutely. But it also is very effective in locking in heat in the engine. So, I mean, that's up to you. I mean, all the new, you know, they did away with that. I don't know if you pop the hood on the 6.7 there, you'll see, I'm pretty sure there should be no insulation on it. Heck, there might be, I don't know. But generally there's not. So, but Julie is gonna check on getting that insulation, see how much it is. You know, that does look horrible though. The vacuum, I'm gonna make sure and go ahead and, sorry, I'm walking around here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a vacuum gauge on the lines, especially after we get the cab up, to just you know, make sure we don't have any leaks, no common obvious leaks. Vacuum pump appears to kick on a little often. So, and we're gonna put an alternator on it. You know, I mean, as far as what I would suggest, I mean, a plain, you know, one that fits, one that, I mean, with you going with that, I think you've got the Banks intercooler. That Banks intercooler and the DC power alternator are gonna have conflicts. They're gonna have a hard time meeting up with each other. You know, so it's just, there's not a lot of room in there. But, you know, I mean, that's still all, we're quite a ways from needing to worry about that. That's our list that we've got for right now. So we're gonna go ahead and kill this sucker down and get the body up in the air and then see what else we got in the future. Because hopefully we should have the body up in the air tomorrow and run a compression test on it. We'll see the health of the engine and we'll go from there. But that's us for tonight. Have a good day, guys.